Trading cards are moving from dusty binders to investment portfolios. And it's not just sports cards. This Pokemon card sold for almost $17 million in February 2026, the most expensive trading card ever sold.
It's possible that you may never see that card come up for sale in our lifetime.
Since 2004, some Pokemon cards are far outpacing the broader market. For example, this card, if it was in perfect condition, would return significantly more than the S&P 500. And now, investors and celebrities are taking notice of the now $100 billion market too.
I thought it was nuts. I said, why would anybody pay $1 million for a piece of cardboard? He said, you don't get it.
I collected Pokemon cards as a kid, and I've been watching this market evolve over the years, and I was curious to see if mine were worth anything. So I brought some to Comic-Con to get them evaluated. It's a process called grading, sort of the gatekeeping of value. The difference between a grade 9 and a grade 10 can mean thousands of dollars.
I really want that holographic Charizard to be a pristine 10.
That would be incredible.
But how is that trading cards are beating Wall Street? And is this boom built to last, or is it just another collectible bubble?
We are here at Comic-Con in New York City, where we have some folks dressed up as some of their favorite comic book characters, Pokemon characters. You will see everything under the sun, and honestly, it's all fun and games. But then you come over to the collectibles area where people are trying to figure out just how valuable their trading cards, their magazines, their video games are. And between PSA and CGC, you got it covered, but it's all business. So we're gonna do these three today. So I got this card in I think like 99, 2000 for Christmas from my mom. She went to our local trading card shop and bought it for like $100. So fingers crossed it's worth at least that. Maybe double, maybe more, who knows, we'll see.
First, I created an account with CGC. Then I chose what I'd be doing with the cards, getting them graded, and how I'd be submitting them. Grading them costs differently based on the amount and estimated value. I picked the economy tier at $18 a card.
And that's it. Now your order is complete. Yeah, super simple. So print backing slip.
I'm very excited. This is also something I've been putting off for I can't tell you how long. So now we drop off the cards.
And then we'll take them to our headquarters in Florida, which is where the grading happens. Two people actually end up looking at the card.
Okay.
They put it in the slabs and then send it back to you. And it'll be exactly like this, where it has the label, what you got on the grade.
Okay.
And
then I can go and see what value it's.
The rise of kidults, or adults who have disposable income and use it to buy toys or collectibles, has transformed the trading card industry. As investors hunted for alternative ways to make money during the pandemic, many fans rediscovered their love of collecting. Total spend for trading cards, excluding sports cards, increased 350% between 2020 and 2025.
So there are a lot of different factors as to what's going on. You see the headlines about $1 million cards, and people are wondering, do I have $1 million card in my collection? But no, probably not. However, there are cards worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, especially cards from potentially when you're a kid.
Pokemon is the highest grossing media franchise with the biggest intellectual property in the world. But other games like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are surging too. In general, CGC grades about 500,000 cards a month. Its bigger competitor, PSA, can sometimes grade more than 1 million non-sports cards a month.
It seems kind of crazy when you first get started that these are actually real assets you can invest in, and I wouldn't say go put all of your money into that. Goes maybe if you were really, wanting to go all in.
But some fans are doing just that.
I have no interest in getting into the stock market at all. There's no value in it. It's a make-believe number system. I actually just sold a card this week. It was a 1997 platinum medallion card. It was worth about $5,000 in its condition.
What did you end up doing with that cash? Are you investing it? What are you doing?
Paid for my kids' school tuition.
Others are using the cards to supplement their stock investments.
I do invest in stocks, but that's usually through my 401k. Money is risky, especially the way the economy is going on. You need to make smart investments.
For a card to be worth thousands, it must be an absolute standout. Like rare or vintage cards like the 1998 Pikachu Illustrator or the 1999 first edition Charizard. The most valuable sports cards are typically ones that come from a star player's rookie season. They are worth even more if they're signed. When looking at the Pokemon Index during certain periods, like in 2020 and in 2025, cards far outpace the S&P 500's roughly 12% average annual return. Of course, that average is about 70 years, and trading cards data doesn't go back that far, but you get the point.
So I got my cards back from CGC. We're about to talk to an auction house to help me put some value to them, see if they're worth anything, and if I might be set up for some early retirement. So I did get my cards graded by CGC while I was at Comic-Con in October. I don't know if you have any estimates as to what a card like this with this grade from CGC could be worth if it were to go today.
I'm going to guess that you've got on a low end $1,000, a high end $1,500. The Ancient Mew is the more common variation. If it has the Nintendo misspelled, then it'd be significantly more. In those exact grades at PSA, I'd be giving you a higher estimate.
Card collecting always involved a treasure hunt, but social media has taken that to another level. Leveraging the excitement of chance to build hype and garner views, box break culture, where people record themselves opening sealed products, has exploded. Just look at the rise of Labubus, which was in part pushed out through surprise blind boxes. Trading cards get the same treatment. It's not just social media that's fueling hype. The line between investing and gambling has blurred. Consumers are rapidly getting into prediction markets like Kalshi and Polymarket. Card collecting, too, has become a high-stakes marketplace driven by the thrill of a bet. Yet, unlike gambling, cards are physical assets that can act like insurance during high inflationary times and stock volatility.
There's something tangible to it. There's something you can hold in your hand, you can look at. There's the value of being able to see it, maybe passing it down to your kid, being able to pass that value on. There's endless possibilities when it comes to trading cards on all fronts.
Nostalgia also separates the cards from other assets investors use to diversify their portfolios. And some fans won't part with an expensive card even if its value soars.
That's like the big question, right? Like, how much would a card have to be worth for you to say, I'm okay parting with this?
I have a card that's worth $50,000. It's a great card to have in my collection, and it'll sit there, but if circumstances change, I have this emergency fund essentially sitting there waiting.
Although card collecting has evolved into an alternative asset class, the market is susceptible to bubbles. Some collectors think the Pokemon craze is similar to the Beanie Baby fad in the 1990s. Back then, people poured their life savings into collections, but then the market crashed after overproduction. Collectors lost interest, and the toys became virtually worthless. So celebrity-driven demand and social media hype don't always guarantee results. Most trading cards have little resale value, and the slightest damage can cut value significantly. The market is also subject to high transaction fees and counterfeits, and can of course be very volatile.
I have a Sammy Sosa rookie card, but because of his scandals, that card is now worthless. I looked up online, at most is worth $3.
My approach is I just buy the art that I like.
Still, risk is just part of the game, and card collecting is going through a boom. Both PSA and CGC are expanding operations internationally.
So I got the cards graded and given some estimated values, and no, I'm not going to be retiring on my Pokemon card collection, but considering some of them were free or gifts, anything is worth it. A couple $1,000s, I'm definitely going to be holding on to them for now and seeing if I can't get more down the road.